Hello and welcome back to Crown Falls. Well, we got the first engineers now in our little city, and look at that, the first bicycles are also on the way here now as my population is getting more sophisticated. We actually got some steam cars over there as well. No idea, I'm not producing steam cars yet, but I guess my people are far ahead of me in this case here. They kind of like imported it probably from Bente or one of those snakes. Now let's just check my income that we have here right now, my consumption production rates. Now rum is going down, fur coats is going down, and also pretty important here, the canned food is going down. We need to reinforce that a tiny bit, so let's go ahead and upgrade and build more arsenal kitchens and also more canneries. So 2 more of them should do the trick, hopefully, to do something here. We do have a bit of a visual bug as well that I can't fully comprehend here right now. It's not showing the full extent of our production there for the canned food at the moment, and I'm hoping we can solve this later on. Now with that, I'm also not able to upgrade a few more artisans here because canned food, as we can see, is capped. However, I should be able to upgrade more workers, and we are. We're having still 3,800 workers that are ready for the upgrade. So let's go ahead and do this for a couple of them, especially here in the town center now, right? I do want to upgrade more and more people around the inner circle of the city. There is some range problems here once again with the marketplace. So this one there, that still needs a paved road going down here to those farmers. With this market there, it could also be very well this market that we might need to push there a bit, right? So that those guys here, perfect, there it is, can be upgraded, and now they actually have their full range there covering that again. So I can upgrade this one, and I can upgrade this one here now too. Very good. And let's continue with a few more upgrades there. Those people here probably will want a school, totally right there. And let's just see where we could squeeze one in. I would like to use it for the whole district. We have one school up there, as we can see, so I do need it for the lower side here as well. And I think I'm going to use it just by the variety theater. By the way, we have the harvest festival right now. How very fitting, it's October. Harvest festival, there it is, the procession. Going to the theater, having some fun in there. And I just love all the daily lives that are happening in the city all the time. This guy here seems to be fishing. I think he was fishing for coin right here while the procession goes by. And yes, of course, that's the real business out there then. My clippers are under pressure once more by those heavy warships. Let's just try and get my heavy warships a bit more to the inner side of this channel there, because we can help my trade routes then a bit easier, right? Now, that is fine. We do have the space now for the school. So I can finally build my school in this district too. And we probably will need to boost its range a bit with paved roads to the outer sides of this district, because I definitely want to upgrade all of these people here now to artisans, and that should be possible. And as far as I can see, it is possible for the most part. Right, meanwhile, my ships have arrived here and can protect that clipper that is already almost down. Let's just take down that heavy warship there. Yeah, and it's trying fire. Of course, that last volley was absolutely necessary, Princess Jing. Absolutely. And we've lost that trader. There's lots of rum now here that I definitely need to take care of. So, yeah, unfortunately, my heavy warships will need to take... And it was my clipper Cloudburst. I loved that name. Absolutely fantastic name. Damn. Alright, we need to build... Let's build 2 more clippers, because I'm expecting more to lose down the road. A bit of my mistake, of course, but I'd rather have those ships in the harbor area to defend my harbors. There is a bit of rum, right? You're not getting all the rum back again that you lost. So that rum will need to be transported now to Crown Falls manually. And those ships are definitely going to stay here now for further protection. And I think we still have... There's this trader. Yeah, they will have to come back, because if there's a battleship coming, then those ships will not be enough. Alright, fine so far. Can we upgrade? We should be able. There it is. Perfect. Let's upgrade some people to artisans. Lots of them. We can afford it. And those guys here, I think, still need a range for the school. So let's just try to get this one by upgrading those tiny entrances. And we also have a school somewhere over here. Is that right? Isn't there a school over there somewhere? There it is. So we could also try to reach these houses by that school. Either way, it has to be possible. There it is. Perfect. They have now full coverage. Except for this tiny one here. Oh, come on. We should be able to reach that. Let's try it here. Where's the school? There it is. That should be possible, really. There it is. Perfect. Also, this block here has now full school coverage, and we can fully upgrade it then once we have enough bricks in again, of course. Now 20,000 on the balance, very good, and that is with little propaganda towards income. I like to see that. There's a bit more rum now. Let's put it in. We should actually be having some rum there. Yes, we are actually pretty well off with it. Let's send the warships back down again, where there's already another attack coming in. Princess Qingxi is trying to take down this ship of the line now that is already being damaged a bit. Alright, fine. Let's check the old world there. Again, I don't have a ship at the moment. Now we have one, the Clipper. So it doesn't matter. We lost the frigate there, of course, because quite a lot of warships were attacking. So I'm going to... First of all, going with a more direct approach now. And we just have to be very quick, right? I'm just going to try this in the background. Those ships are really cheap. And they just rush towards it. I'm not building ships for finding items here at Eli directly. Let's try to re-roll. I think it has reset it there a couple of times. Chef Michel, where are you? It's really going to take a while to find him, I guess. It's not something that's happening too quickly. This is unfortunately no items here. Alright, and then it's getting a bit too expensive again. I don't want to waste too much time there and too much money as well. We have a frigate there, Nelly. I'm going to destroy her. Sorry, Nelly. Off you go. I rather save the influence. Frigates are totally useless by now. And I definitely do want to know where my Clipper is that is on the way with the building materials. There it is right now. Ocean's Boom, so really close. Those ships are together again. There's already another warship coming. So this is now going to be ongoing business here for us as well. We need to protect those Clippers that are basically going back and forth here. And also, I'm building more Clippers. We are having another one coming out soon because we lost one for the rum. Right, I have to actually put away my main fleet here in the old world, in the western frontier, because there is a battleship attacking them and, yeah, also destroying them. Now, two things are very important about that battleship to know. Three things, actually. Their damage is insane, their range is insane, and their speed is insane. They're just totally overpowered. It's a bit of a problem there from the military mod that we have, and this single ship here could take down all the ships that I have right now, and it's doing that. It's also taking down my Lone Star Royal Galleon there. In the process, and we really can't do anything about that. So that's why it's really important that we get some proper defense up here. There is my ship now for that. Let's use that, and let's build some proper cannons there. Harbor defense, right? So we can have a couple of them here still. That's also going to boost my military score conveniently. Right, so that was a few, and we are only limited really by the bricks that we have right now. So I would still like to go ahead and build a few more. And if you think that's not that's enough, it's not really. Try to have another full block then here in the area for all of the battleships, right? So this one here, look at that. This battleship there is now attacking my harbor, and it could really take down all of these cannons, no problem. It's insane how powerful they are, and it's also a bit tedious, to be honest, but we will still have to manage and work with that. The problem with the battleships is they're available to the AI through pure cheating. It's not possible really to get this one yet, because you need 10,000 investors to build it. And it's the exact problem. We are far, 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 far away from it. Right, so the only way of countering that is by boosting our military score with harbor defenses, and then also trying to achieve ceasefire with Bente. I might need to take down an island of Bente in the process, and that I could do with financial power. Alright. I really need to take this one down. We are being under attack right now by that harbor there as well. Yeah, it's not going down, as you can see. Okay, there it's down. And it did a lot of damage. I think we lost... No, we did not lose the Royal Galleon. I've lost 2 more clippers though. Right, so those ones here. Insane because I can't do anything about it. One battleship is just taking down and disrupting all my trade routes. Let's assign them again. So I do have the Ocean Spoon now available to that. And for the rum, I do have the Puerco Invicto for that. And I'm probably also putting the Pelican right on this trade route there as well. Let's check the old world there. Do I have a ship here? I don't. We probably lost the ship on the way again. And we might just check if we can take an island, right, of Bente. This is very expensive. This would be 2.7 million. It's important that we get on par with Bente there when it comes to the military score. Now, a very nice idea would be to get an island in the New World, because those islands are rather cheap. As we can see, 600,000 is fine. And this island here is totally boosted by all these towers. So this would make it even between us. Problem is, once again, 10 influence for each share is insane. And nothing that we can afford just lightly. I was looking here with my clay production. I am going ahead and having this one up here now working too. Right, it's consuming the last of my influence. And yes, we are also going to sell this share here to the Queen. So we are having no shares now in Reverend Shelter. It's fine because it gives me 48 influence, and we're going to need that to start purchasing shares of this island here. I'm going to do this now because we want to take it over. Not really because we want to sell on it, but just because we want to destroy those defenses there. Something else that I could do, I could try to go to alliance with Hugo, right? Hugo is extremely powerful, and getting alliance with him would really boost us there a bit, because he would be at war with Bente there as well. I don't think they are at war right now. No, Bente is really at war with us, with Princess Ching as well. Okay, meanwhile, I should really upgrade more people to engineers, so we can do that with those artisans and those guys here. Consuming basically everything else that we still had left there, and probably here and here, right? That's the last ones. We have unlocked a few more buildings in the process, and we are pushing towards level 50 now.
Just say the word.
And also, with that kind of defense, I think we are a bit safer now here in the New World, and we could push now for a bit of a destruction our way. I'm tempted actually to move them to Cape Trelawney now, because we have more battleships over there. Now, since soap is so valuable now for the grain, I think it is also safe to completely now get rid of some of, not completely, but get largely rid of some of those grain farms here again. Let's get rid of those guys. That's saving us a lot of farmer workforce there as well. And that allows us to upgrade more farmers instead. And look at the space that we're making possible here. The same goes with the pig farms. Let's also get rid of another row. I don't want to get rid of all of them at once, because I think a gradual reduction is better than an instant reduction and then being shocked that we basically have nothing in storage anymore. Let's also get rid of that. Perfect. And this allows us here now to have a full new district. I will already need a warehouse, a marketplace here, since I think the last one is down here. Yep. So I could push one here, and then right next to that, the occasional pub again. Very good. Let's go ahead, have us a nice little block around that, and then basically some more houses now. This one is looking a bit nasty there. Let's get rid of that and use the road here. That's better, because then we can build basically another block. Here, there's going to be a church or something like that, I guess. And then let's just use those blocks here that we have. Just push them. Oh, wait a second. There is my industrial zone then. I will need to be careful where I build here. Right, so I wanted to have my next industrial district there. Probably, yep, let's just have more houses than here. And yes, there we border it, and I've actually moved the marketplace now into this area so we can use more buildings down here. This really should be only reserved for a nice industrial zone then, right? So this whole block there. And there's the train also coming into this block there. In fact, let's do it a bit differently. We don't need that warehouse there anymore. Let's have the wall then here somewhere. It goes towards the mine. And here we do have then a nice little gate, right? Where the... Actually, I think it's this one. This gate, perfect. And this, there's the the train then going through, and we're going to have another gate for the people here basically. So I guess here, right, so that workers can also commute to the industrial zone then later on, where we're going to need a lot of additional industry now. So for example, the glasses, the spectacle, right, the brass production that we can squeeze in here then, and we need to be very careful where we have then the electricity, because a lot of these buildings are going to use electricity. Now, very good, that's that. Let's actually build the farmers here now, together with the pub and the marketplace. Now, we are also boycotting, kind of like, or we're also blocking the path of the enemy here to Isabel Samento with our warships now that are being stationed in this area, right? Because my Tristão is looking really fine now with all that defense here. And of course, gradually we are building more and more of these cannon towers. Speaking about Tristão, by the way, we've neglected this one a bit. And we could also go into the business in the city building of Tristão a bit more. So I would like to have probably a couple more houses then, a couple more districts then over here as well, where we can squeeze them in. By the way, we should be careful that we have the big avenue. A couple more up there, and then we can still, I think the range is fine. Oh, over here we still have plenty of space as well. And we have this main road that goes kind of like in this direction. Let's just have some normal blocks of houses there as well. And then perhaps these quarter blocks that we have, and then some single blocks here at the end of this one. After all, this is a New World Island and a New World City, and they should also look a bit more messier than what I'm doing here right now, or what I've done so far. Lots of additional people. This is definitely going to increase consumption rates for the plantain and the ponchos, but they're still looking fine. So I can, of course, also go ahead and have a few more buildings then in this area, where we basically do have the marketplace rather close by. Perfect. This is becoming really big, and we probably, can also upgrade a few more of them to obreros right away, since we really do need that workforce. Those guys here, oh, that's the market, right? We do have some bricks. I might do this once here from this market there, going to those buildings there, because we really do need those buildings being obreros as well. It's looking good now. Perfect. So all of them have the market coverage. And perfect, now they want to level up as well. I think we still need to wait for them here a bit. What a beautiful town this is going to be, really. Especially then with some brick roads there as well. You can't really see that until you have the brick roads. Let's upgrade a couple more here. There's also a festival here, the town carnival right now. It's festival season, it seems. People are really happy. So these festivals also provide some bonuses there. Peaceful celebration. And this one is, in fact, public mooring, increased visits by 100%. We do have tourism, by the way, in the New World as well, that I really want to focus them later on. Many of our comrades are still fighting against La Corona, but their supplies are running low and hunger is starting to wear. So we do need to provide them something, 14 tons of fried plantains. Now we should be able to do that. There it is. And we do get some steel molds. Affects brick factories and concrete factories, 35%. Increased productivity. Actually, that's not so bad. Is it the steel? Did I just read steel? No, concrete factory. All right. In Crown Falls, meanwhile, I'm going to exploit now the last steel iron mine that we have. So over there, this one there. That's the last one. And I think for coal, we are also using now all of them, right? 8. No, there should still be one available somewhere that we haven't used yet. There it is. Perfect. A bit further outside. Does cost additional timber with that new bridge that we have to build here, but that's fine. Otherwise, there's, what is that? Zinc and copper we still have available then on the island itself. Let's go ahead and have the last coal mine here too. So that's 2 more of them, or 1 more for each. That means I can now have 2 more furnaces still working for us, since we still need more steel. Let's actually build 4 furnaces and the warehouse there. All the furnaces are fully working now. And for the iron mines, did we actually push this already? We did not. In fact, for the iron, I could probably, boost it by 50%. And for the coal, I can also boost it by 50%. In return, I'm going to completely get rid of... Alright, this is not doing anything. Steel beams. Very good. And perhaps the sausages, that's also doing something here. So there we counter that a bit to keep the population happy. For the sausages, I think we're capped anyway. We are capped. And of course, the more people I upgrade to engineers, the less sausage I really need. Alright, that's that. We still have 21 influence left. There hasn't been a battleship in quite some time now. And the trade routes are looking fine too. I think we are reaching a bit of a stable area there right now. There should be... Nope, there's no ship on the way to Eli. How much does an oil tanker cost me? 300,000. I'm not going to do that. I really want that item. That's just the truth of it. If we re-roll, we do have a certain period of time to get here. And my ships, of course, don't last that long here. So I do probably need to find the item first. The last 1% he really doesn't go with. I think we need to do some quests now with him. Let's try to go up there with the pirates in the meantime. It doesn't work, really. Trade rights. For 9,000, I'm in with that. Alliance would be possible now with N. 7,000. Let's go with Alliance. How very nice. I don't think lots of stuff is changing there right now because I think they are on pretty good terms there with her as well. But it does give us a bit of an edge there. We are now allied with the pirate. How very nice. With that, we would unlock now the high-level pirate quests for N. So the quest lines that would lead us to some nice story endings then, and also some special ships. But for now, that's all really I can do here because those quests would be insane to do out there in the deep in the enemy territory. I really just want to get Eli. And since we are able now to purchase ships here directly from N, right, we are a bit quicker to reach this area. A gunboat is really fast, so let's try to reach Eli now with the gunboat. Basically all I can do in the hope of finding us something here. Chef Michel. It's going to take us a while. Meanwhile, yes, let's not stop with the upgrading. There we have a full block basically that we can upgrade to engineers. Let's go ahead and do this as the town is growing. There is a bit more. Yep, level 450 comes in range with that. Let's also have those guys here being upgraded. That's all the bricks that we basically consumed. And as we can see, yep, the canned food, the fur coats, and the sewing machine consumption will increase with that a bit because engineers consume a bit more than the artisans. And the fur coats is now at -1. So I will need to further boost my fur coat production with 2 more than here. And that in return means that I do need to have more cotton fabrics here for sure. Yes, because it's pretty low already as it is. By the way, how's my beef looking? Red pepper and beef is fine, but I might need to reinforce that. As long as I don't find Chef Michel, we will really just have to live with the beef production here in general. And my red pepper. My red pepper farms. Let's go ahead, build those 4 here. And then for the red pepper, just see if we can squeeze them in here. We should be able to. Perfect. And another 2 here. Whereas this one does need additional fields, right? So there we have increased that a bit for my people. It's really important to do this everywhere. In Larsen, I've also got a few more construction materials now to replace or to finally rebuild that cannon tower there. Took us quite some time now too. And in the new world, since we still have a bit of influence left, I would really like to build a few more of them. There is one. Perfect. Also, every one of these is tinily boosting our military score there. And the higher this gets, the higher the chance that we might reach ceasefire or peace with them at some point. At least I think we need to reach equal. And I'm also trying to achieve that here by purchasing these shares. And also reducing her military score in the process. Stay tuned.